Kansas City. It ain't popped off yet. I'm not saying it won't pop off, but it ain't popped off yet. But they down here, y'all. They down here, and they are protesting Donald Trump. They're down here. They're down here protesting Trump about the illegal immigration. Wow. Yeah, they down here. The enemy. Yep, they down here protesting Trump. I didn't know they was down here doing it. They down here protesting. They might start down here. That's just one side. They're on the other side too. That's just one side. Shoot. Man, these people, they get too buck, they will burn this city down. They will burn this city down. If they send one agitator here, or one group of agitators here, professional anarchists, professional rioters, all they have to send is one group down here to set everything off. And it's already violent down here in Kansas City, you know. So they probably up in St. Louis doing the same thing. That was just one side. They on the other side. I'm gonna turn around. They are literally down here protesting Donald Trump. They got all their signs and everything. So I didn't even know they was down there. I thought they was just doing that in Texas and California. Shoot, they down here doing it too. I didn't even know that. I can't get my thing right. But yeah, they are down here. This is the west side. This is where like the Hispanics live, on the west side. And see, if they done deported their family and stuff, and a lot of their people, so they mad, that they deporting their people. And so, yeah, they down here, and then all it takes is one group of agitators, one group to come down here and set all of this off. So, yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. This is insane. So look at them all over there. Can you see them? They're all over there. They're all over there, boy. They bring ICE down. We got a lot of illegals here. Damn, is my camera clean? I don't know if my camera is clear enough. Okay, so if they got their signs and stuff on that side. See, that's that one side. Then they on over here. I thought I saw some more on the other side. They might be on the plaza too, up there on 47. They might be up there too. I bet you they up there on the plaza. Trump, yeah, they. Okay, so now they even at Crown Center. This is Crown Center. So I bet you they're on the plaza too, doing the same thing. So no, they wasn't down here on the plaza. They'll be down here in the country club plaza. They wasn't down here, but they down there at Westport. They probably was up here earlier today, but they down there on West. They were down on the west side, and they down at Crown Center. And it's 8 o'clock. And they down there. I don't know how long they've been down there, because I went and dozed off, went to sleep, because I've been gone all day, and I just kind of went home and dozed off. And yeah, so this is the type of stuff, this is the type of foolishness that this open border stuff done. Now these people feel like they have a right to be over here, and you better not try to deport them. These people literally think that they have a right, that no government should make them leave. I don't care how they got over here, whether they got up here illegally or not. They feel like they demand to be able to stay over here regardless of what their immigration status is, whether they're undocumented, whether they're illegal or what. But I knew this was going to come up to this, and that's why people talking about Texas, y'all can have Texas. So, oh wow, I'm listening to Trump talk about this illegal immigration problem, and look like all hell has broken loose out there in California, and it has spread to Texas with these illegal immigrants, with these migrants, as they call them. No, they're not migrants, they're illegal aliens. They're illegal immigrant criminals doing this. They're not migrants. There's a difference between a migrant and an illegal alien. Illegal aliens are the ones that's down there acting up in Texas and California. Them are illegal aliens, criminals. Now, I don't have no problem with, let's see, like a Hispanic family who comes over to America, you know, the legal way, and, you know, make a better life for themselves, or a better life for their family. There's no crime in that. There's nothing. That's a matter of fact, it's very brave of any illegal families that come over here the right way and make a better life for themselves. I commend them for that, and I totally welcome any family that's willing to do that and contribute to our society, contribute to our country, and be productive over here. But all of them ones that's acting up, but then again, y'all, they're saying that a lot of those people are paid rioters. There's another name that they call it, a more political sounding name, to make it seem like it is a more organized anarchist, paid anarchist, insurrectionists. That's what they are. They're saying that those people were paid, and they're saying that all of this this back and forth that Elon Musk and Donald Trump were doing in the press, they're saying that that stuff was staged as a distraction. A lot of people are saying, a lot of conspiracy theorists and a lot of the watchmen are saying that it was a distraction to, they were setting up this situation in California and in Texas. It's probably going to spread to more of the New Mexico. It's going to probably spread to all Arizona, all the states where those illegals are coming into the country. It's probably going to spread. All this anarchy that's going on, all these uprisings out there in them states. But this is what we were talking about with this open border policy, and this has been under Republican and Democrat administrations in recent years. These open border policies that y'all letting anybody come over here. These politicians, that's why I said I don't side with neither one of them. Democrats or Republicans, they both wrong. They both screwed this up royally big time. So I don't take sides with neither one of them. But all these migrants coming over here, they need to control the border. You don't let no whole country of people invade your country, because that's what's happening. That's what we're witnessing now here in America. This is an outright invasion. They are invading this country. And if you let enough of them come over here, and especially with all the money that the cartels are making billions of dollars in the drug trade. They are steady flooding this country with fentanyl. It's affecting white folks now. Meth and fentanyl are the main two most fatal drugs that are killing people over here in America, and the cartels are funneling it. You know, they're the ones that's flooding the country with that stuff and getting rich off of the death of Americans dying of these fatal drug overdoses. And in addition to that, like I said, they are coming over here by the thousands, the hundreds and the thousands every day. They're crossing over into the borders. The Haitians and the South Americans and the Mexicans and the Colombians and the Venezuelans and the Cubans, all of them, you know, a lot of them are, some of them, you know, some of them are legal, a lot of them illegal. They're coming over here, invading this country. So after a while, California and Texas and all those border states are going to be a mess. And so now Trump is deploying even the Marines and the National Guard to take care of, you know, to kind of contain or get a handle on what's going on out there in California and Texas. And Gavin Newsom is trying to keep this from happening. What is Newsom's point? Why are you doing that? Do you want the illegals to come and take over California and run you out of your state? Because you let it keep going at the rate that it's going, they're going to run you out of your state. They're going to be running, they're going to overthrow the state government in California and going to take over the state of California. And then Trump is going to have to call out the military, the all-out military, to take back California and Texas. Let y'all, if things are going to happen the way y'all want it to happen, and have no control, no regulation on that border, that's what's going to happen. Then you're going to be crying for Trump to send in the military to get your state back. So Homan and Trump, they got to take aggressive. I never ever disagreed with that. Homan and Trump are going to have to take aggressive action against this, because our country is being invaded by illegals. And not only that, they are underestimating the illegals that are coming in those northern borders up there in Canada and you know, coming through Canada in those northern borders. You got a lot of European illegals, Russian illegals, Arabs, you know, from the Arab countries, you know, from enemy countries that are coming over here through those northern borders because they're coming through Canada. So they got to police those borders too. So, but as far as black people, anytime I hear a person like Jasmine Crockett and all of them that's pro-illegal immigrants bill, of course she's going to be pro-illegal aliens, because a huge portion of her constituents are Hispanic. So she can't say anything against the immigrants. She can't say too much against it. She got to tread very, very carefully, because she don't want to lose her seat, because it's a lot of Hispanics down there, and she's not going to say anything against transgender. She's not going to say anything like that. But this woman claims that she's a Christian, and she claims that she's the daughter of a preacher. And I told my daddy, he likes Jasmine Crockett, but I told daddy, I said, she seems like controlled opposition to me. She knows how far to go. All of those politicians are the same. Jasmine Crockett and her adversary that they put on the little performative cat fights in Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene and all the Laura Loomers and all that stuff, that's all staged political theater at this point, y'all. But yeah, that migrant crisis down there is going to get worse if Trump and them don't do anything about it. Trump has got to get aggressive in his own country, because they are going to invade America. Well, they have invaded America. This is an invasion. This is an immigrant invasion going on down there. And now it's an uprising and anarchy. And Trump might, if it gets too bad, Trump is going to have to call martial law. Well, it's probably the state governors of the state governors are probably going to have to declare martial law in their own individual states. And I know Abbott is down for it. I know he'll do it. But Newsom, because he's a liberal governor and he's pro-immigration and all this, and pro not controlling the border, he's anti controlling the borders. He doesn't want those borders policed. He wants to. He's part of the reason why this stuff is happening. But I mean, it's Democrats and Republicans that fumble the border situation. But Newsom doesn't want anything done about it. So they take over California. I don't want to hear nothing about them trying to go crying to the government, talking about they need assistance and they need help. once them people take over that state, they're gonna take over California. It's spread to Texas. Them are two of the biggest states in the country, and they're the largest population of immigrants. They're Texas and California. It's gonna be large, and it's gonna spread to New Mexico. It's gonna spread to Florida. But I think, yeah, Florida, Ron DeSantis is the governor in Florida, so they ain't finna go down there and cut up in Florida. So, for black people, y'all ain't got nothing to do with this. Stay out of it. And just sit back and watch. Because what's happening to those middle minorities is now, you know, that used to happen to us. That used to happen to us, but the difference between what's happening to them middle minorities and their riots and things like that, it ain't that much bloodshed as it was with us when we used to riot. You know, people getting killed and dogs getting sicked on us and we getting water hosed down. They're not doing that to them. See, because they respect them a little bit more than they respect us. But y'all stay out of it. Don't you get into it. I don't care what Jasmine Crockett or anybody else tell y'all. You stay out of that. You ain't got nothing to do with what's going on down there. The only way you have anything to do with this terrible border crisis is that there's so many of them that are coming over here. They are draining the resources. They are straining the resources because all of this illegal migrant welfare that's being distributed to these people that has come over here, broke into this country literally, and are now getting government benefits. But Trump said he's going to cut all that off too. He has cut all of it off. So that's going to disincentivize them coming over here. But like I said, I have no issue with any immigrant that comes over here the right way. That's just like somebody coming into your home. They come in the right way, they come in the wrong way. I don't have no problem with any immigrant coming in the right way and, you know, creating a better life for themselves and their family. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Matter of fact, we should welcome people like that who's fleeing persecution and things like that. Yeah, we welcome those people to come over here and create a better life for themselves. I don't have no problem with that. But these ones that's coming over here, a lot of them got cartel connections, honey. And that's how they can come over here and buy them houses and flip them houses. They can have 1,000 of them living in an apartment building and houses and stuff because they'll have a whole crew of illegal Mexicans come over here and work on the houses and stuff, get the houses fixed up, and then house even more illegals coming over here. They have a whole underground network to where they smuggle them over here, and they smuggle them over here illegally and by the truckloads. And they get a whole crew of men together and buy like these distressed properties. And that whole crew of men, because they're hard workers, they will work hard and fix those properties up and rehab them. Sometimes they'll flip them. A lot of them, they will save them to be able to house more illegals who are over here. And that's why you see a house full of them, or a whole apartment building, or a whole complex full of illegals living up in there because they have been smuggled over here. And then they hire like these navigators. They're the navigators who can translate for them and show them how to navigate through the American system. They take them to the ATM machines to get money. You know, when they get their benefits and their food stamps, they take them to the grocery stores. They take them to the ATM. They're like their tour guides, illegal tour guides, or their illegal alien concierge service. They have the navigators that do that. Once they have been smuggled over here illegally, all they got to do is get with the navigators, and they show them how to go apply for the benefits, go and get their benefits off their ATM cards, go and spend their food stamps and their SNAP payments and all that stuff, how to go get free health care, free cell phone, free everything. And then once they get that family or that illegal woman set up, they a lot of the hotels, they hire them under the table, have them cleaning up the hotels and stuff. A lot of these business owners, they hire them under the table, a bunch of illegals and stuff, because it's cheap labor. So this problem is never going to go away as long as you got shady domestic American business owners hiring them for cheap labor, and then you got this underground network of, you know, illegal navigators that once they get over here shows them how to survive over here in America by applying for all the benefits and stuff and getting houses and stuff set up to where they can smuggle more illegals over here. It's just like a snowball effect. That's what's happening. So the only way they're going to be able to contain this and disincentivize that is that they incentivize other Americans and people who are over here legally to turn them in. And with that reward program, with that Holman has set up and the states are setting up to turn them in, a lot of people are going to, they're going to be turning these illegals in. If you paying people $500 or $1,000 to turn in illegals that ain't over here and ain't got no business over here, and you incentivizing Americans to turn them in, you will get a handle on a lot of that. Because a lot of people over here struggling right now, and they're over here straining resources already from these Americans. So you're doing right, they're going to turn them in. If I got to get groceries in the morning, or get groceries for me and my family, and I got a bunch of illegals over here getting $1,000 a month in food stamps, you think I'm not going to turn the whole house in? Because you taking food from my family. You taking food from us. You think I won't turn you into ICE? You doing right, they gonna turn them in. Because they over here taking food out of the mouths of Americans. They're taking food, clothing, and shelter out of the mouths of Americans. They're straining our resources. And like I told y'all, they can work low wages, picking fruit and, you know, watermelons and stuff. They can do that for $12 an hour because, like I said, about 10 of them or 15 of them live in a house, and all of them are making that money, and it's untaxed because it's unreported income. And in addition to that, you probably got one or two of them that's making big money helping the cartel smuggle drugs and illegal immigrants in here, into this country. So yes, that's why so many of them live, you know, multiple families living in under one roof. That's why they're able to live that way and get paid slave wages, because that's the system. That's how they do it, and that's how they come up, because they're a unified community, unlike black people. That's how they come up over here. Next thing you know, they buying their own garage. You see Hector's Auto Sales or Hector's Garage. You see Maria's Taco Truck. You see the illegal Africans. They even come up here and open up braid shops and stuff and make money, and that's how they come up. They get their ethnic restaurants, because you know white people, they love to feel like, you know, they doing something exotic or whatever, something that's you know, make them feel, you know, important. They go to the Mediterranean and the ethnic restaurants and stuff, and they're, you know, they're supporting them. So I mean, yeah, y'all, but that's 16 minutes in. I'm gonna get off of here. I might come back with a news report later on when my battery's going down. So y'all be blessed, and I will be back. I'm out here running before it gets dark. All right, peace.